fighting out of the blue corner. Ему 36 лет, рост 170 сантиметров, вес 70,9 килограмма. Профессиональный рекорд 26 побед, 10 поражений при одной ничьей и его стиль ударная техника. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 36 years old, standing 170 centimeters tall, official weight 70.9 kilos. As a striker with professional record, 26 victories, 10 defeats and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Fortaleza Ceará, Brazil, introducing Joaо, Luis, Nogуеи. И его соперник в красном углу клетки. And his opponent across the cage fighting out of the red corner. Бойцу 45 лет, рост 170 сантиметров, вес 71,5 килограмм. Профессиональный рекорд 11 побед, 3 поражения, его стиль борцовская техника. Ladies and gentlemen, he's 45 years old, standing 170 centimeters tall, official weight 71.5 kilos. As a wrestler with professional record, 11 victories and 3 defeats. Дамы и господа, из Санкт-Петербурга, Россия, приветствуйте, Марат, Мотиватор, Балаев! Рефери поединка Виктор Корнеев.
Fighters to center. One step back. Okay. You're professional guys. You know rules. Fighting active all time. Protect yourself all time. Okay? Listen my comment. Touch gloves. Show clean fight. Go corner.
Viktor Korneyev takes charge of our co-main event, this lightweight contest. Marat Balаев takes on Luis Andrezinho. There you see 45 years of age. 9 years the younger is the Brazilian at 36. And we are underway. Marat Balаев in the red corner. Luis Andrezinho in the blue. Me, Brian Lacey, alongside Brad Pickett. And Brad, there is just something special about a Marat Balаев fight, right?
Yeah. Man, all the time, he just has relentless sort of pressure. He comes forward, throws an overhand right, gets him down on a single, drives to the cage, tries to take it down.
Oh, and Andrezinho looking to counter. Oh, he caught him with a nice left there.
They both landed.
Oh! There. And one thing we've seen from Marat Balаев is he does cut up. He does that scar tissue he's gathered over the wars that he's been involved in, and he has been involved in many. That Joaо Mandaev fight. Oh, again for the title.
This is the thing, though, and this is yet again a Marat Balаев sort of pace. Luis Nogуei's not really used to this sort of pace of fight, so he's got to be careful not, not to throw too much and get himself too tired.
Balаев switching stances there, and the story of that Joao Mandaev fight, that back and forth 5-round war between the two. Balаев, pretty much with the first kick, broke the small supporting bone on his lead left leg. Continued to fight for the other rounds and came back to the point where, at the end of the fight, he was winning the rounds. It was crazy to watch.
The thing when you told me about that is, like, for me, I'd find that unbelievable. But then, when you tell me his backstory, I'm like, okay, now it's believable. Just to see the mindset that he's developed over his life to overcome adversity is just phenomenal. That's why he's called the motivator.
Oh, stepping forward, yeah.
So motivating what he's done throughout his life.
Also got that nickname as well in the gym. He has his own gym now over there in St. Petersburg. The Marat Balаев gym. Oh, nice uppercut on the inside, but he's got so many young fighters, including his son and others, and he will work as hard, if not harder, than all these young fighters, and he motivates them to keep up with him, which is crazy. 45 years of old, and you've got these young monsters between 18 to 25, 30, trying to keep up with him.
It's making me have to look in the mirror in a different light.
All I would advise you, Brad, is don't look in the mirror. That's one house I would have no mirrors in, but now Balаев again. Pressure coming forward halfway through this first round. Andrezinho has done well, though, with the counter strikes.
Both of them have landed some good shots.
Oh, in on the single, in on the single. Andrezinho has that very high level grappling game. Now looking at that guillotine.
He just kind of threatened that guillotine just to get him off the legs, and he had to respect it, let go of the leg and try and fight the hands, which he did.
And this is what might have changed it up for Marат. It's been a stand-up fight so far. Usually, like we saw in the Diego Brandao fight, and Diego is a high-level black belt as well. But we saw him going up against the cage, wrestling, looking to take it down. This has been a very much predominantly stand-up opening first 3 minutes of this fight.
Yeah, but that's solely to do with the takedown defense by Luis Nogueira. Marат Balаев is trying it now, but there's a cut. You say all the scar tissues, the cut opened up in the left eye.
Just below the left eye there, and he's got so much scar tissue. We spoke to the cutman before, and they were prepared. They brought extra gauze and everything else that they need. Oh, that leg came up, the knee just misconnecting with the head of Andrezinho.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with the takedown defense there by Luis.
It's also, that's the veteran side of him. You have that amount of fights and train for that amount of fights that Luis Andrezinho has got. And it was even the bits when he exits, he puts himself in space straight away into the middle of the cage, Brad. So doesn't have that wall behind him for Marат Balаев to charge against.
The only thing for me is going to see that how this fight goes longer, how is Luis Nogueira going to show, because this is definitely a pace that Marat Balаев, if you know he's fast and see this fight, he can keep this pace. It's crazy pace. He keeps it up. Walks forward, eats shots, but he just keeps going forward. But you see that grimace he always has on his face as well.
That. So primal watching him fight and defend.
He's kind of
Look at
battle
that.
cry, yeah, he does that all the time. And when you saw his fight with Diego Brandao, his mouth was open, like literally all the time within that fight.
"15 seconds now. Balаев willing himself back to his feet, and he does it, Brad. Final 10 seconds of this opening round.
Very interesting round here, there. Very impressed with Luis Nogueira as well, because he's been instigating the rest of
Oh, but a nice finish to the round there for Balаев. But yeah, Luis Andrezinho Nogueira, such a veteran. Walking back with a little bit of a limp there, Brad.
Yeah, and also a few heavy breaths as well.
And it's so strange to say, but that pace is a very effective weapon that Marат Balаев uses.
I said that's all basically only one of these two fighters is used to, and that is Marat Balаев. Every fight he has this sort of pace coming forward. But with doing so, sometimes when he comes forward, he's very hittable at times, and that's where he has problems with people have a little bit more of a speed advantage. You can hit him and move out of the way, hit him and move out of the way. But I've been very impressed with one, Luis Nogueira's takedown defense. Also, Luis Nogueira's been instigated through the takedown himself. You just saw there missing up with that knee out the middle. A few of them are both front kicks that you saw here. Look, Marat Balаев throwing a kick. This is where you saw the scream on his face. He reminds me of a banshee.
Certainly not an unfamiliar sight when you see Marat Balаев in the cage, and we are set for round number 2 here.
Round 2.
Round 2, fight!
Round 2, off we go. Balаев, red corner, Andrezinho, blue corner, me, Brian Lacey, alongside Brad Pickett here in Sochi. Balаев throwing with some real intent. The conditioning on him is unreal.
Also, for me, Luis Nogueira just seems a little bit slower now.
Oh, that's a nice body kick.
You see that he still wants it. That minute wasn't enough for him in my eyes. Mouth's open.
Yeah, you can certainly see him feeling that pace, and again, Balаев looking to work the body.
I'm saying if you're not used to the pace that Marat Balаев does, you feel like you're drowning sometimes. Do you get this sort of pressure? He makes you, when he's there, he's in your face all the time, he makes you throw and fight when sometimes you want to be having a breather.
And Balаев has, that's a great connection, 1-2. And Balаев has got some wins over some absolute superstars in this sport. Diego Brandao, Murad Machayev, Adlan Batayev, Yusuf Raisov, Mohamed Kokov. In fact, it was here in Sochi. He made his debut for ACB on late notice, took on Mohamed Kokov.
He was a beast.
Who is an absolute beast. Stepped in that fight, upper weight class. No, I believe it was actually at featherweight. Now he's making his debut here at lightweight.
definitely see it's a lot more labored here by
he's struggling.
And he's getting hit.
He's getting hit
now.
and he's starting to wilt under the pressure here of Marат Balаев. That mystique, that following has been earned for a reason. And it's for these reasons, the performances he musters, despite his age, despite the opponents you put in front of him.
Oh, it's a good uppercut there as well, landed. This is one thing as well I say about Luis Noguei, how tough he is as well. A lot of these punches would have dropped many. Again, another big one. Look, he's still there.
Yeah, Luis Andrezinho, certainly difficult to put away, but this is a solid performance, a strong performance in the second round.
Yeah, but at the moment, Balаев is just headhunting. I would like to see him maybe go to the body a little bit with a body shot.
Let's see if he mixes it up for the takedown at all as well. Gauges that grappling he's so well known for. Spinning attack there, but look at how labored that is from Luis Andrezinho.
Hopeless. Standing there going toe-to-toe.
Yeah, Marат Balаев doesn't just test your skill, he tests your will as well in these contests. And that's what he's doing. I'll stand toe-to-toe with you. I'm going to throw as many, if not more than you.
You're doing me wrong. Luis Noguei has will. He's very tough and very durable and likes to fight, but sometimes the gas tank can just fade for you. And this is where I think it'll be a good ploy for Balаев to go to the body shot.
Luis digging deep though. That's a nice left there.
Yeah, look at this. This pressure. He's hitting now.
Certainly stiffen him up a little bit on his feet there with that right hand.
This is the thing, sometimes Balаev's got to realize how tough Luis Noguei is and not try and knock him out of every shot, just try and pick him apart. And then land the big shot.
50 seconds, round number 2.
This has got to be the longest 50 seconds in Nogуei's career.
Another
2-shot.
Connecting with clean work. It looks messy, but then he does something like that where clean across the cheek.
That's what I kind of start.
That's rocked him back.
It's kind of like I say, it's called controlled sort of chaos. It looks very chaos, but Marат Balаев knows what he's doing. That overhand right now, he's finding a home. You'd like to say that Luis maybe try and go for a takedown, try and get him down, but you just know he doesn't have the energy.
Doesn't have the gas, and I believe he doesn't want to get caught underneath Balаев.
He feels like he probably has more of a puncher's chance of staying on his feet.
And the minute he is in survival mode, though, after another onslaught, another vicious combination from the legend that is Marат Balаев. Woof. Well, I'm sure Luis Andrezinho has watched Marат Balаев, watched many of his fights, seen these phenomenal performances he's come up, the adversities he's withstood. But it's one thing seeing it, Brad, but another thing being in there, right?
Exactly what I was about to say. You see it, you think mentally prepared, you're prepared for what's to come, but you do not know until you're in there to feel the sort of pressure that it just makes you drown. It's hard to explain when you've been put on the back foot and you chose to fight when you don't want to fight. You're trying to keep someone off of you. It is so draining. And this is exactly what he's feeling tonight. You feel like he's drowning and you want to take a breather. Like, this minute is never enough. It's never going to be enough for him to recover.
He's trying to get a few extra seconds. Just off his stool now, stepping forward for 5 more minutes, potentially 5 more minutes in the cage against the enigma.
The final round.
The enigma that is Marат Balаев. Off they go. Third and final round. And it starts as the second, finish with forward pressure and a heavy overhand right. And you said it in that second round, Brad, he's starting to find the home for that right hand.
Yeah, and also he's come out so fresh. It's like who's recovered more within that? Because don't get me wrong, Marат Balаев was tired within that second round. You can see on his face, but just in between those rounds, show the condition that he can recover and come out like this within the third round. It's just unbelievable.
Still, he marches forward. Still, Luis Andrezinho is standing. Deep breaths once more from the Brazilian. Let's see if there's any changes in tactics from either fighter. Marат Balаев, though, having such success on the feet.
Yeah, to be honest, only the first round he was going for low takedowns at the start of the second round, but it seems to he's having so much success on his feet. He's like, why not? I'll just keep it up here.
But look at the pop he still has in these punches, Brad. That jab is still straight, true, and fast, and then those left hands are snapping.
And also he's throwing with all his might at times as well.
Little, almost fake for the single leg attack there from Luis Andrezinho.
Yeah, it was a very laboured attempt.
Oh, another right hand connects.
It was a testament to Luis Noguei. He's been taking some big shots. He's still there. And you got to say, you got to be in the fight to be able to win a fight, and he's still there. One punch could maybe change this fight around. At the moment, it seems to be all one-way sort of traffic.
The output, though, Brad, the work rate is unbelievable. This is upper weight class as well at lightweight. We have to make a little note of the fact Marат Balаев actually missed by 500 grams this lightweight. Ooh, lightweight limit. But look, that weight cut doesn't seem to have affected him. He is bringing it every single second.
But like I say every time, if you don't know about a Marат Balаев fight, welcome to it. It's like this. Every fight he has is like this. Still, I can't believe that he's 45 years of age. It's just such a amazing. This is like a spectacle for me. It's just seeing something like this. It's just phenomenal. Man at his age doing what he's doing.
In the build-up this week, a spinning elbow attack from Luis Andrezinho. In the build-up this week, Peter Yan is actually former bantamweight champion at ACB. He is in Sochi, and Marat Balаев got to have a little roll and wrestle with him, and they seem to have a lot of fun. The one person who isn't seem to be having much fun right now is Luis Andrezinho. The pressure is really mounting. Credit for his durability, his chin. But all the questions, all the momentum is on the side of the man 9 years his elder, Marat Balаев.
It's crazy to think about that, isn't it? Obviously, Luis Noguei, for me, is a veteran of the sport, being 36 years of age, but they're 9 years older. Marat Balаев, he's like, for me, this is like age rage, you know. He's like, he's a master's degree, a master's in fighting here. Also, you look at experience, he doesn't even have that many fights. He's only got 14 fights.
This is his 15th fight, yeah, this is his 15th MMA contest, and that he started late in his life, and that was because he spent all that time in prison, then had to rebuild himself, rebuild his whole life. That story has been told so many times, the adversity he's faced, the unreal mental durability he's had to bounce back and become who he is.
Sleeping in the gym, mopping the mats.
All that. And now, laying beatings on men much younger than himself. 45 seconds left. Oof.
We saw in his last fight, obviously bouncing back from a tall shot, loss. He thought about hanging up his gloves, but I'm glad he didn't. He's looking good. That right hand there landed very clean as well. Last 30 seconds, testament to Lewis to still be in his fight here.
Uses the single leg to charge that left overhand, come and connect with his face.
Surprised he got his leg up that high.
10.
He's calling him on.
Yeah, 10 seconds left. Oh, what a fight. What a fight. And once again, what a performance from Marat Balаев. Shaking his head as Luis Andrezinho. That is not an unfamiliar thought, feeling, motion from an opponent from Marat Balаев. We said it in the commentary, it's one thing watching the tape, it's one thing hearing the stories, it's another thing being toe-to-toe, face-to-face, not just with the man himself, but also what he carries with him, that unbreakable spirit and will. Look at this. This is the action right from early on in the fight. Talk us through some of this, Brad.
Literally, it was the same all the way through. It was like one-way sort of traffic. I mean, Lewis the guy did have his little moments here and there, but there was Dio again. There was a good right hand there, but it was just the pressure just made him drown. He just couldn't keep up with it. You saw it after the first round. I mean, Lewis Aguirre's first round was the best round, and since then he just never really recovered. You know, like you kind of felt like in between that round he needed an extra 2 minutes rather than the 1 minute break. And then literally, testament to his survivability, staying in there, always being there, being in his face, not crumbling under that pressure. Many man would have done. What a fight, and welcome. If you haven't seen him before, welcome to a Marат Balayev fight.
Scores are being counted. RMC is now collecting the microphone, making his way towards the cage so we can make this official. Let's do that. Let's hand it to Alexander Zagorski.
Дамы и господа, по завершении главного события обратимся к судейским запискам. Ladies and gentlemen, after the end of the co-main event, we go to the Georgia scorecards. Судьи 1, 2, 3 и 4 одинаково оценили этот бой 30-26. Judges 1, 2, 3 and 4 are in agreement, scoring the same 30-26. И судья номер 5 30-25. Judge 5, 30-25. Таким образом, единогласным решением судей победу одержал. And your winner by unanimous decision, Марат Мотиватор Балаев! Россия! И аплодисменты его сопернику из Бразилии, Жоао Луису Ногуеи.